Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Tana and welcome to Crypto Bible. Got another update for you guys. Just as I dropped that video this morning regarding a letter from CZ, the CEO of Binance, I came across this other article which just kind of proves his intentions. Obviously, I've been looking at the comments of the video that I done earlier. It's still quite mixed, isn't it? Some people were quite thankful for that letter that he done. Some people didn't really care. Some people were still like quite against it. I completely understand all of your views as well. So yeah, like I said, I'm all here for the opinions, man. I'm not really on one side. I did like the fact he sent a letter out, just kind of reassuring people, but I can completely then understand the reason why people are still like quite frustrated with what's happened. I saw one comment basically saying that, Binance is one of the biggest exchanges in the world. This shouldn't be happening in the first place. And I absolutely agree with you. However, I just wanted to follow up that video. I would have loved to have had this in the other one, but I saw it just after I posted it. We've actually got this now. So as you can see, Binance beefs up compliance team with new hire from eToro. So Binance adds a new director of compliance following recent clashes with regulators in the UK, the Cayman Islands, and elsewhere. Elsewhere being like Thailand, Canada, Germany, just to name some of them. So as we could see, he did speak about compliance. Obviously, compliance is probably the main issue right now when it does come to regulations. It's something that he spoke about in his letter as well. And straight away, they've hired a new director of compliance from eToro. For those of you that don't know what eToro is, it's basically like another platform where you can buy, sell, exchange cryptos, other stocks and shares as well. It's quite a large company, one of the biggest in the world, I'd say. Not one that I use, but it is very well known. And they've hired a new compliance director directly from eToro. So movements are being made at this moment in time. So let's have a quick read of it. So Binance has hired Jonathan Farnell, formerly of eToro, as the exchange's new director of compliance, the company announced on Wednesday, so today. So Farnell previously served as director of compliance at eToro Money UK and head of compliance at eToro X. The crypto industry is fast-paced and faces unique challenges, and I look forward to helping Binance grow in the next stage of its journey, Farnell said in a statement. For Binance, the hire comes in the midst of a series of clashes with regulators around the world. In recent weeks and months, Binance has raised the ear of financial regulators across the world that have publicly warned Binance is not a licensed crypto exchange in their relative jurisdictions. So, obviously the timing and everything as well. Maybe this letter that he posted this morning was all time. When you look at it, he basically waited for them to hire this guy, this Farnell guy from eToro, and then he posted the letter. Then this article came out to show, cool, I've posted that letter. Look how quick I'm reacting now. Do you know what I mean? So I do feel like the timing's a little bit sus. Don't know if you agree with me, but yeah, it does seem to be timed very, very well. Letter comes out finally after like 2 weeks of all this speculation, all of this news. He finally comes out and gives an open letter to everyone explaining what's going on and explaining what he wants to do. And then just to kind of prove that he's doing things quick, he must have waited for this to happen, this hire of this new director of compliance. And now they've obviously done it. And that guy is in the role to now bring the compliance back up. So yeah, timing a little bit sus. But anyway, let's carry on. So Binance versus the world. Binance CEO Changpeng or CZ has repeatedly said his crypto exchange, the largest in the world, is a decentralized entity and thus has no headquarters from which it conducts its business. Unsurprisingly, that has not satisfied the world's regulators. On Friday last week, the Cayman Islands Monetary Authority, or CIMA, said that Binance, the Binance Group, and the Binance Holding Limited are not registered, licensed, regulated, or otherwise authorized to operate as a crypto exchange from or within the Cayman Islands. On the same day, the Thai Securities and Exchange Commission filed a criminal complaint against Binance for operating a digital asset business without a license. A few days earlier, the UK's Financial Conduct Authority issued a consumer warning over Binance Markets Limited, an entity acquired to own and operate a would-be bespoke UK exchange offered by Binance. An FCA spokesperson told Decrypt, which is the website I'm reading from right now, that while it could not ban Binance outright, it did what it could to keep customers safe by prohibiting Binance Markets Limited from conducting any regulated activity in the UK. So as I said, guys, it was just kind of coming from all over the place. was kind of forced to make some kind of statement. You know, we had the UK news, and then I obviously presented you guys with the Thailand news. There was news going on in Japan. Then Germany came out, then Canada, and and then obviously Cayman Islands as well. It looks like it was just one by one, and he had to come out at some point and tell us something, because it was getting it was due. It was getting a little bit ridiculous now, wasn't it? So many people were and still are panicking. And as I said, some people are still completely disagreeing with what's going on right now. They do not like CZ as a man himself. They think he's a fraud. Like I said, I'm all for opinions, man. Obviously, I don't know the correct answer, so I'm happy to listen to both sides of the story. That's why I look forward to the comments down below. Honestly, reading it, it's like one person's like, thanking for the updates, feeling better now. Another person is, completely disagreeing with what CZ's saying, and it's just all very mixed. So it's really, really interesting to see how all of this will actually pan out. But yeah, there we go. We obviously had everything coming after, and obviously with the whole Barclays thing as well, isn't it? So not only the whole SEC and FCA, we then have Barclays blocking deposits onto Binance. So it was a matter of time before he came out and said something, right? So let's carry on reading. Just coming towards the end. The FCA spokesperson also told Decrypt that the regulatory authority obviously have issues with standards relating to the firm's approach to money laundering risks. Last month, Japan's Financial Services Agency also issued a warning to Binance, claiming the exchange was again operating without a license. Amidst all this regulatory controversies, Binance has maintained that it takes a collaborative approach to working with regulators, and it takes compliance regulations very seriously. And then unanswered questions, clearly bringing Farnell onto the team as part of Binance's attempt to address the regulatory challenges faced. We are committed to meeting our compliance obligations everywhere we operate, and bringing Jonathan on board is a significant step forwards in developing our team, said Samuel Lim, Binance's chief compliance officer. But questions still linger for the crypto industry's biggest exchange, not least of them the issue of transparency. In the immediate aftermath of the CIMA's announcement, a Binance spokesperson told Decrypt the exchange has entities incorporated under the laws of the Cayman Islands performing activities that are permitted by law. However, when asked by Decrypt to detail the entities are incorporated in the islands performing what activities and under which laws, Binance declined to comment any further. And then we'll end on this bit. In the UK, the FCA also has a huge issue with Binance's apparent lack of headquarters. CZ has long maintained that Binance is decentralized and has argued that everybody's definition of a headquarters of a company is slightly different. That's a stretch. Of course, a company's headquarters is main business office, typically legally registered as the address from which the business is run. And the last few weeks have shown the number of regulatory bodies willing to accept CZ's decentralization mantra is on the decline. Binance's challenges have begun spilling over to its industry partners following the FCA's consumer warning. Barclays stopped its customers from sending payments to Binance in an effort to keep their money safe. Let's just remember that is just for the time being. Let's just state that in there as well. Barclays did say that as of this time, just for the time being. I think their words were actually until further notice. That was their words. So yeah, I mean, look, regardless of what's going on, at least we're getting something. We're getting something from going a whole nearly 2 weeks of having absolutely nothing. And again, we still don't know the reason for faster payments. Why is that still down? I don't know. But yeah, like I said, guys, I will be keeping you guys updated along the way anyway. I've actually got another video coming out in the afternoon for you guys in a few hours, just relating to charts only. Let's forget about this Binance stuff. We're going to look at the market together. There's some really, really good stuff happening right now. Important levels being flipped. So I would like to share that with you. So please be sure to have your bell icon turned on so you are notified when I upload that video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please like the video as well if you're liking all of these updates. And guys, I will see you very soon. Take care.